Welcome back to another episode of the Hermit Poetry Series. I'm Neil Aitken, and on this channel I read poetry, mostly work by contemporary poets, occasionally poems of my own, and once in a while poems from the past. Today's poem comes to us from Sasha Stiles from her brand new collection Technelegy, which was published by Black Spring Press Group in 2021, which is a UK press. The collection is really phenomenal. It's actually a mix between traditional, conventional-looking poems, as well as code poems, as well as visual poems. And I've always wanted to do a binary poem, and she does that. And so there's a lot of really wonderful things happening in this collection, and I really do recommend it. It's a little pricey. It is hardbound, it is glossy pages, and it is out of the UK. So no combination of things that does not make it easy to acquire, but they are still in print, and it is a beautiful book and filled with really amazing, interesting poetry. So I'm going to read a poem called Tubes. Before he invented the telegraph, Morse was a portrait painter. One day, a horse arrived with a message. He was working far from home. Dear wife, dying. She was buried by the time he returned, having left behind the half-finished head of the Marquis de Lafayette. Washington to New Haven, the slow ache from naivete to experience. He gave up art. What hath God wrought? My deity is technology, too. My prayers for word back from you. I traverse oceans in my avatar of language, sturdy as a warship, even outstretched. My arms don't touch the room's edge. Yet what leaves my fingertips travels. I wrap around myself, rebel in distance. In the old map, America reaches her skinny limb long across the water to heart's content. Shoulder socket aching, tendons cracking, fingers splayed, Atlantic telegraph dragging its first cable over 2,000 miles, seafloor insulated copper wires bound in armor, ships dispatched with grappling hooks for each break, boys to cheer, patches to placate. When fiber optics were gestating, I went to Europe. You stayed home. An email's prologue, the era of analog. We swore to look skyward each night at the moon, at celestial touch point. A sweet, idealized connection, our communications plan. We graduated to the lurid act of dialing up. Then they paid out new cables, instant gratification splitting us down to our atoms, creatures composed of light. We are star stuff, after all. Adroit parallel cells, one here, one beam to your bedroom. Poor scandalized Mr. Morse. There are telestars in the firmament, revolving inert masses of wires relating us, massive machines hallucinating us. There are cold glass eyes on us. On what object do you fix your eye when you gaze into space? Myself and the screen, dwarfed by your face, deep furrows, lunar shadows, a parallax, the distance between our fixed positions vast. We trade on our exchange, cabling like leaders of far-flung lands. One day they'll build a tunnel from my city to yours. I'll burrow deep, bring this body on tour. And that was Tubes by Sasha Stiles, Technology, from Black Spring Press Group in the UK, 2021. A really marvelous book, and I do recommend that you check it out and check out her work in general. Thank you for listening and watching these videos. I'm Neil Aitken. This is the Hermit Poetry Series. If you'd like to learn more about the poet Sasha Stiles or find a link to purchase the book for yourself, I can provide that. I will provide that. That's in the description for the video, as well as a list of other projects and series that I'm currently working on. I'm grateful for your support. I'm grateful for all of you who comment below or like these videos or subscribe to the channel or just share them on social media. Sorry. Just share them on social media. All these things help spread the good word of poetry and help connect more people to these wonderful contemporary poets, as well as discover poetry and poems that they might not be acquainted with. I think that's the wonderful thing about technology. The wonderful thing that the poem alludes to is the way in which we become connected. Um, and it's a two-way street. You know, you can also be inspired to write, you can create, you can find opportunities of quietude in which you can contemplate and think about what is your relationship to the world outside as well as the world inside. I'm thankful for the ways in which literature and art enable us to experience and understand each other in some small fractional way. We become closer together despite the incredible distances, despite time, despite all the barriers that emerge. There are things that bind us together. So here's to you who are writing, here's to you who are reading, here's to you that are celebrating the good work of poetry. We'll be back again soon, every Tuesday, Thursday, and Sunday. So I wish you all the very best on this Sunday as we kick off another week and as we look back on a wonderful week that's been, despite challenges and difficulties and changes in the world. I'm thankful. I'm thankful for literature, I'm thankful for art, and I'm thankful for each of you. So we'll see you again soon. Thank you again, and here's to you, and here's to all of us writing and creating. See you in the next video in a couple days, and we'll see you soon.